again. My name's Gabe Zolna. Just watched a rather entertaining, informative little video. This is the 3rd of January 2018. I've made numerous videos on this particular topic. The title, Moon Landing Hoax, Final Evidence. You want to watch this. It's 26 minutes and 39 seconds in duration. And you're going to learn about things you might not have been aware of. One of the things that I had difficulty understanding and accepting is how could so many of people have been involved in this obvious fraudulent event. Well, what you're going to hear in this video is they weren't involved. They didn't know. Only those that were directly involved, the astronauts and those that created the sets that were used to simulate the moon landing, and a few others were in the know. The rest actually believed what they saw. They were monitoring the heart levels, they were monitoring a whole lot of different events, but none of it was real. You take a look, and I've said this in my own videos as well, take a look at the astronauts when they're floating around the moon and when their feet hit the sand. Does that sand appear to be in a zero gravity kind of environment? Huh? Here's something else you want to ask yourself. Would they be doing what they're doing, jumping around, falling? What if a sharp rock penetrated their spacesuit? They would be walking gingerly, taking baby steps. And take a look at how when the astronaut falls down, as they clearly spell out in this video, he's snapped back up again. He's snapped back up again. His feet go behind him. Absolute fraudulent event. But what the government learned at that time is they can get away with fooling us. Who would believe that our government would be capable of fooling us? Who would believe that our government would slaughter their own innocent citizens like they did in the Twin Tower takedown? Fact is, millions still don't believe it. Irrespective of all the irrefutable proof that they have, millions still don't believe it. Millions believe we actually went to the moon. Folks, aren't you tired of being screwed by our government? I sure as hell am. I want you to watch this entire video. And then you tell me if you were a believer before you saw this, and if you're a believer after you saw this. Absolute hoax. That was a $40 billion hoax. They sucked $40 billion out of the American taxpayer to use in their other clandestine operations. And then they replaced them with other events, like the Gulf of Tonkin incident, like the Twin Tower incident. Don't you think it's time that this insanity stops? Don't you think it's time that we're no longer lied to? Don't you think it's time that those that committed these atrocities, which is what they all are, need to be held accountable and punished? I've waited 54 years to see justice being brought against those that killed my president, J.F. Kennedy. We still are waiting. President Trump said he'd release all the information, and he didn't. You ever wonder why? Well, George H. Bush is still alive above ground. That's sort of what I think. But this isn't about George H. Bush. I'm tired of being bullshitted to. I'm tired of being lied to. I'm tired of being taken advantage of. I'm tired of being used by our government. I'm tired of what our government's allowing to happen to the American citizens by legalizing marijuana. I'm tired of seeing our youth being destroyed. And so should you be. You want to pass this one along to your like-minded friends? You want to ask them before you send it to them if they believe that the moon landing actually took place? Then ask them that same question after they watch this video. Thanks for listening.